Hello, and welcome to my Fire Emblem 9 Path of Radiance 100% gross hard mode low turn count playthrough. I'm your host Typhoon Carter. Today I have two guests with me. I have Meta.
Hello.
And I got FlashingFire.
Hey everybody.
So we got chapter 28, and chapter 28, it's the penultimate chapter of this game. And first things first, we gotta give Lethe a little bit of bonus XP. This is just some extra insurance to ensure that she doesn't get doubled by some of the faster enemies, which sounds really weird to hear for someone like Lethe, especially at this point in the game.
And apparently she actually dies if that happens, so...
Yeah. So, we are making this Javelin Forge. We're gonna call this Javelin Forge of Four Kings.
The long-awaited sequel to Three Houses.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, Try Out the Hack, Crash did a great job on it, but that's besides the point. The other thing here we gotta do is we have to give Marcia the Brave Lance, so we're going to grab it from Gwimpage. And
nice Gwimpage.
Yeah, but besides that, we also have to give Soren the rescue staff, because he's gonna have to do some rescuing on this chapter. And we're also going to grab the bolting tome, as there are some dragons in this chapter who are hard to take out, so the effective damage from bolting is nice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, Ike only needs Ragno at this point, so...
Surprise, surprise!
Yeah, you know, 1 to 2 range, high might, extra defense boost, Ponich Incarnate, y'all know how this works by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this chapter, it's arguably the hardest chapter in the entire game. And the other thing that should be noted is that Alencia is actually not available for this chapter, which is really annoying.
Yeah, it's almost like a flying rescue user would be really handy to have here.
Yeah, since there's like a bunch of trees that you can kind of fly through on the top end of the map, so that would have been nice. But in this chapter here, we basically have to bring some of our strongest units that we can bring. So this includes guys like Oscar, Kieran, like Joe, Tanith. They're all basically here, and you only want the best of the best, essentially.
Yeah, it makes sense. We're coming up on the end game here.
Yeah, and rescues gotta have to be used a fair share of times. Normally this map actually can be cleared in 2 turns, but that the strategy required to pull that off requires having a flyer rescue Soren into the woods and then dying, which I also had a no death rule implemented, so I can't really do that for this run. But first we gotta get Reyson into the action, as he's gonna need to do an early dance.
There comes Lethe.
Yeah, so here Marcia rescues Soren, and there's actually a reason why we need Soren in particular. This is because we're going to need Soren to be in position to not only use his bolting on one of the dragons who happens to be stationary, but also so he can rescue Ike.
Yeah, we don't have a flying rescue user, but we have a flyer rescuing the rescue user.
With 30 magic.
Yeah, we basically have juiced out magic on Soren, and here Ike is dropped so that he can get himself in better position to be rescued on turn 2, because we have a lot of ground to cover. Tanith is actually here so that she can give Reyson the avoid boost from their support. And
yeah, because otherwise... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but so we also need to keep Lethe from being attacked by too many enemies, but also so that Reyson doesn't get murked as easily.
Yeah, because we did leave him in range of a lot of guys.
Yeah, and Tabarn is also in this map for whatever reason as an allied unit, although he doesn't really do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, if only there were a map where you could control him.
If only. But here, you might notice something weird. Shade actually not really working for once.
Yeah, it's been putting in a lot of work, but like you said, it's hard to understand. So
yeah, so this is where the inconsistencies of Shade rears its ugly head. And those paladins, I think, in earlier test runs were a pain in the ass for me, as some of them actually screwed me over in trial runs where they would actually grab an elixir from Hedwyn, the boss of this chapter. Before we even talk about that, though, this Longbow Sniper had to attack in that direction, specifically, because if he attacked from like other directions that he could have attacked from, Soren and Marcia could have been blocked off.
More dodging. Love to see it.
Yeah. Reyson here has like around 70 avoid thanks, like 75 avoid or so, thanks to Tanith support.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the actual survival odds are, but it's an exercise for another day, I suppose.
Yeah, and also because biorhythm would make those calcs annoying at times.
Always does.
Yeah. That's why I have not been doing as many calcs on this run.
This moment.
Yeah, anyway, so here we have Hedwyn attacking Soren, but Hedwyn is bolting and Rex Caliber, or Rex Thunder, or Rex Bolt. Yeah, Rex Bolt, that's what they call it.
Yep, you found it.
Yeah. Yeah, although I think that'd be great names for IS to use in future FEs.
Yep, take notes.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll show up in what's it? Free Houses Warriors or Free Hopes.
Free Hopes, yeah.
Anyway,
also,
yeah,
that was level 18 Soren and 58 HP. He is on pace to cap out HP at 60. So I'm just very excited about that. That's very aesthetic to me.
Yeah, but with that. Anyways, that aside, all the rest of these enemies are one range, so Soren was placed there so that Marcia didn't get attacked, mostly because Shade can be a bit of a liability.
He gets to slaughter them with the Dark Deity Tome too.
Yeah, he gets to kill them with a sort of unfinished game.
He's gonna make them unfinished.
Oof. That was a good one. Yeah, but yeah, so Soren can basically kill most of these enemies with ease, with the exception being the Dragon Laguz units, who are exceptionally bulky. Although the other thing is that stat variance also can make the kill reliability a bit annoying.
Yeah, even with the effective damage, which, you know, it's Path of Radiance effective damage, so it's not amazing, but even with that, you know, we're going to see how it works out here.
Yeah, so you see here, like, Soren basically barely, like, misses out on the kill. Like, if the dragon had even wrote down a little bit on res, then, like, Soren might have been able to kill, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Yeah, so anyway, so with turn 2 now, we're basically focused on trying to get Ike into position to be rescued. So that's where the smite comes in real handy. And the other thing is we also need Reyson to perform a refresh.
Even 30 magic range can't get you that far.
Yeah, unfortunately. If only the game had an actual warp staff that was usable. Funnily enough, they actually did have a warp staff in like the game's codes.
Oh, okay. That doesn't surprise me, given like how frequent warp has been, or I guess how commonly warp has been a staff in the game in past entries.
Yeah, although I think they had like even the Devil Axe was actually in the game's files, but yeah, they had a lot of stuff they didn't put in the game. But that aside, so here Ike gets rescued ahead by Soren.
A beautiful range.
Still on pace.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ike, we actually need him to stick around here because for certain reasons. Besides like killing the Tiger Laguz reinforcements, there's actually one. So we have to actually make a very particular formation. As I noted how like some of the enemies have a retreat AI or at least self-preservation AI, right? So
yeah, that was a whole enemy phase ago. You might have to refresh people's memories.
yeah, enemy phases in this game are real long, but anyway, so the reason being we had that formation is to prevent some of the enemies from, say, grabbing an elixir from the boss headwind and then blocking off our seize point because it's a one-tile pathway. So it's very narrow. So that can be real annoying.
Yeah, cannot get any narrower than one tile.
Yeah, and also because of the dragon that's like in front of Headwind being stationary, that also complicates things a little bit. And for some weird reason, Oscar can't throw a javelin through trees.
I think his eyes are closed all the time. That might be it.
I mean, he does look like Brock from Pokemon. Yeah, although Tanith can though.
Yeah, fortunately it looks like being able to fly helps a bit. There is a similar mechanic in Radiant Dawn where if there's a closed door, you can't always like shoot magic through the door, and you can't even like shoot magic past the door until you break it. It's really funny.
Wow. Tellius really did a lot when it came to like terrain interactions and whatnot as far as mechanics go. Yeah.
Which is generally cool, but yeah, you find edge cases like that here and there.
Yeah. But that aside, here in our room, we decided to shove one of Tanith's reinforcements, who actually were brought in just to try and draw attention away from the enemies, or at least try to.
Yep. The option to smite was right there, but nope, taking it nice and slow.
Yeah, you don't really need it. For the most part. Anyways, yeah, so this Holy Guard actually could have killed the warrior, but they didn't. So, you know, talk about disappointment, and Tabarn's cat just doing his own thing.
Hi, Tabarn.
Yeah, Tabarn can also practically kill any enemy he runs across for the most part. And he also has Pavise for some reason.
He killed the dragons though.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks, Rune. I think that was the Rune Sword, but anyways, yeah, so the Paladin didn't do anything because they wanted to get themselves healed. That Sleep Staff only had about a 15-20% chance of actually hitting Ike, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and there were opportunities to chug a pure water earlier, but we're fine, so,
Yeah. I could have done that just for optimization purpose, but I thought, we'll be fine. But anyway, so the Halberdier here also attacking Marcia from 2 range. And that Longbow Sniper, yeah, I think Shade being really weird, because that Longbow Sniper could have attacked Marcia. And again, Soren is basically invincible against magic attacks. Yeah, Ike here finishing off this weakened dragon that Soren couldn't quite get done. But anyways, so so this formation allows us to control the traffic a good bit and kind of like cut off, make enemies have to kind of go around in a way. And here you can see how thick these dragons are.
Super duper thick.
Yeah, they really are. And here you can watch this Falco Knight go fight a cat. And let's see how much damage this Brave Lance does.
For crit, double their damage output almost.
What? Yeah. No, I think like crit more than 10. Yeah, it like basically, yeah, it boosts their damage output by a lot. It's funny, but that's not why we had Marcia crit the Brave Lance. It's actually so she can take care of enemies like the laguz cat and the laguz tigers. She can comfortably free to 4-hit KO them.
That's Cap's luck, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think. Yeah.
40 luck.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Luck cap is like 40 in this game, whereas in most other games it's like 30, maybe even 20.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not hurting you. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get luck transfers. So sad.
Yeah, you really have to work for them. And here we watch Marcia take no damage from this laguz, which is really funny.
100%, man.
Yeah, like you'd think these enemies would at least do maybe 1 or 2 damage to Marcia, but wow. That's depressing though. This is the second last chapter in the game, by the way.
Yeah. Although, we'll find some more enemies that do some damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real soon, but before, yeah, like this dragon who does like 20 damage per hit.
Watch the damage she does back.
Yeah, okay. Oh, she does exactly 20 damage right back. This is intended game design, by the way.
Some dragons are too strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that crit. Yeah, if she had just like let the hits played itself out, she probably would have broken that Brave Lance. But I'm surprised the Brave Lance didn't break. Surprisingly, and here Reyson can take a hit comfortably, and that will most likely make him transform this upcoming turn.
Most likely.
Yeah. And right about now, there's like a little mini cutscene, but that's not super relevant as of right now. But anyways, yeah, Reyson, we actually got Reyson to reach his transformation just so that I had a backup plan, because there's actually a chance that I can't kill this dragon with Soren, depending on stat rolls.
Yeah, that's Tellius for you.
Yeah, so yeah, it would have been out of Soren's control if he didn't get Adept, for example. So like Reyson was just there as like insurance essentially. And also in case like certain enemies like cut off the way and Soren had to waste uses, then like that was another thing. But here, easiest boss kill of Marcia's life.
You actually couldn't use the 4 kings against him though. It's not enough mites.
Probably. No, I probably would have done the job, but I didn't feel like it. Instead, she could kill him with Cope Steel. We get Rex Bolt, but Rex Bolt doesn't really matter. And that is chapter 28, cleared in 3 turns. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.